Hi, I'm Mike Regan with Tranzact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of November 11th. If you've watched these 2-minute warnings for any length of time, then you'll know that one of the things we're really passionate about is making sure that you have the kind of information you need to know in order to manage your transportation, logistics, and supply chain budgets. In this 2-minute warning, we want to encourage you to listen to our recent on-the-record interview that we conducted with John Larkin. Now, for those of you who don't know John, he's been a friend of ours for many years, and he and his team at Stifel do a wonderful job of covering the transportation sector. And while we hope you listen to the entire interview, we want to highlight 3 things that you ought to pay attention to. The first one dealt with capacity. Specifically, we asked John, if the carriers aren't expanding capacity, then why haven't we seen tighter demand? Well, John responded that one of the good things that has happened over the past couple of years is that the investments that shippers and carriers are using in their technology has allowed them to work together to wring inefficiencies out of the system. And wringing the inefficiencies out means that there's been some incremental capacity, and carriers have used this incremental capacity to keep their rates relatively stable. The second thing John mentioned, though, is that if the economy picks up, then the warnings we've given you in previous 2-minute warnings will in fact become a reality. Specifically, if the economy picks up, then shippers will see their rate increases go up much higher than they've seen in the past. And one of the things we wanted to note was the fact that last week when the government announced that the GDP had grown by about 2.8%, this may be an indicator that we are thankfully heading to better times on the economic front. But you want to factor this into what your rates could look like in 2014 and beyond. The third thing that John talked about was how 3PLs are helping shippers address some of the major cost issues that they're experiencing. Now, with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team and we're here to help. So we want you to either click on the link that's here in this 2-minute warning to listen to that on-the-record interview, or go to Tranzact.com and click on a link that you can download. And while you're there at Tranzact.com, why don't you take advantage of our offer to run you a free report that helps you understand the carriers you're doing business with. We mentioned this in one of our previous 2-minute warnings, and some of you took advantage of it, and we've gotten tremendous positive response. But all of you can go there and simply click on the link, and we'll help you understand who you're doing business with. Thanks for your time.